Yeah, it's
So
coming. The question is, how far are they going to let it go? And all we know is what we've seen recently, and they're not going to let it go very far. So, I don't know if they're talking about markets or properties in general, but I look at everything. So I personally pay attention to all the numbers. So I know what my financials are at any given time. I know exactly the dollars that are coming in on every single asset. I know where my net worth is. I know what my equity is. So I monitor everything. And then from a global macro standpoint, I know where rates are. I know what the Fed's doing. I know what the Fed's balance sheet looks like. So I pay close attention personally to all that. Yes, I've had mentors my entire career. Some of them were employees. So my chief financial officer, even though I didn't have a college education, my top employees were MBAs. They were my mentors from an intellectual standpoint. Then I had mentors in business. A lot of my mentors were real estate developers. Some of them were worth, 400 or 500 million. A couple of them are billionaires. I've got a couple of mentors. One of them is a retail billionaire, very well-known retail billionaire. In fact, his family founded the Dollar General stores. So he's one of my mentors. I've got another one that is yeah, he was one of my mentors. And, I've got a couple in the restaurant industry, things like that. So some of them are, 400 or 500 million, some of them are billionaires. So, be careful who you take your advice from. Make sure you're taking advice and your mentors are people who are where you want to be or beyond. And be careful who you hang around from a business standpoint. Your associations, your outcome and your success is going to be limited to your professional associations. So when it comes to delegation, what you want to do as a leader is, number one, understand your team. What is their sweet spot? Aces in places. I'll use the analogy of Tom Brady, right? What did Tampa Bay do? They said, we want to go to the Super Bowl. We want to win the Super Bowl. So they brought Tom Brady in for a very specific reason, to throw touchdowns. So you don't bring Tom Brady in and put him at wide receiver, or you don't bring him in and let him kick. You want to go to the Super Bowl, you want to win, you find the best in the industry and you put them in a position to do whatever it is that they're put on this planet to do. So as a leader, your number one goal is you need to flip that organization upside down. Normally it's the leaders at the top and everything trickles down the little pyramid. I flip that upside down, the leaders at the bottom of that organization serving up. So you need to understand what everybody in that organization needs from you: tools, training, systems, and support. But most importantly, clear direction and no uncertain terms, exactly what's expected and when. You need to understand everybody's capabilities, their strengths, their weaknesses. You put them in positions of strength and you hire out the weaknesses. So whatever that individual, you and everybody else on your team was put on this planet to do, that's what they need to be doing. And if you are all good at the same thing, you got the wrong people, and you need to fill in those gaps of the things that you're weak at and you're not good at or you don't like doing.